false prophets were also among the people, as also false teachers will be among you, who will secretly bring in destructive heresies and denying the master who has bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves. And many will follow their destructive ways, by whom the way of truth will be evil spoken of, and by covetousness with well-turned words they will use you for gain, for whom judgment of old does not linger, and their destruction does not slumber. For if God did not spare sinning angels, but delivered to chains of darkness, thrust down into Tartarus, having been kept to judgment, and did not spare ancient world, but preserved Noah, 8, a herald of righteousness, bringing a flood on a world of ungodly ones, and covering the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah with ashes, condemned with an overthrow, setting an example to men intending to live ungodly. And he delivered righteous Lot, who had been oppressed by the behavior of the lawless in lustfulness. For that righteous one living among them day after day, in seeing and in hearing, righteous soul tormented with lawless deeds. Lord knows to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to keep the unjust for a day of judgment, being punished. And most of all, those going after flesh in the lust of defilement and despising rulership, darers, self-pleasing, they do not tremble at glory, speaking evil, where angels being greater in strength and power do not bring against them a reproaching charge before the Lord. But these, as unreasoning natural beasts, having been born for capture and corruption, speaking evil in that which they are ignorant, they shall utterly perish in their corruption. They shall utterly perish in their corruption, being about to receive the wages of unrighteousness, having deemed in indulgence in the day pleasure, spots and blemish, revealing their deceits, feasting along with you, having eyes full of adulteress, and never ceasing from sin, alluring unsettled souls, having a heart being busied with covetousness, cursed children, forsaking a straight path, they went astray, following the way of Balaam of Beor, who loved wages of unrighteousness, but had reproof of own transgression. The dumb ass speaking in a man's voice held back the madness of the prophet. These are springs without water, clouds being driven by tempest, for whom the blackness of darkness has been kept to ages. For speaking over swallow of vanity, by lusts of the flesh, by unbridled lusts, they allure those indeed escaping, the walking in error, promising to them freedom, themselves being slaves of corruption. For by whom anyone has been overcome, even to this one he has been enslaved. For if by a recognition of the Lord and Saviour, Jesus anointed, have escaped the defilements of the world, and again being entangled, have been overcome by these. Last things have become worse than the first, for it was better for them not to have recognized the way of righteousness than having recognized it to turn from the holy commandment delivered to them. But the word of the true proverb has happened to them, dog turning to own vomit, also washed so to wallowing mud.